This one. I want to cover this one. Okay, so Trini is an activist friend of mine who is currently running for Buena Park City Council, right? Known him for years now. Them, right? Them. Sorry, I've got to use the right pronouns. I'm bad at this. I'm Gen X. My apologies. Um, I have not met a single person here in SoCal who can justify Biden running for re-election. California is the world's fifth largest economy and is working to address decades of inequities that led to today's intersecting crisis. It's past time for our next POTUS to be from California. So, this is in response to a tweet from Jeremy White, who talks about Californians overwhelmingly don't want Joe Biden to run for president again. And Gavin Newsom is tied with Bernie Sanders as their choice to replace him. And then it goes on, right? I don't know if either of those candidates are going to work for us. I mean, we might actually have to go with the white dude. It's possible that we might have to do that just because Trump took us so far backwards, right? He took us so far backwards. Like, we were starting to make some progress towards I don't know about this. I don't know what there's always going to be comments like that, Trini, where the people are like, oh my God, don't tell me that you know what I mean? I don't know that we could, I don't think, I'll be real with you, Trini. I don't think Kamala is polling well enough or has ever polled well enough to actually win the presidency. And she did not do well in the 2020 cycle. And she has a terrible reputation in certain pockets of California. She's not widely respected nationwide either. So I don't know that. And she has not done anything to really step up and improve her profile as VP. Like, she could have used that as a platform, and she just didn't do it. Um, I don't know who we're gonna run, but like, we need to figure this out. Like, they need to figure out something by December, because if we're looking at the time frame of how the 2020 cycle went down, the first candidate, who was Kamala, announced her candidacy in December of 2018, right after the midterm elections. We are now approaching the 2022 midterm elections. So by December, we should have candidates announcing so that they can start their organizing efforts in 2023, right? She'll probably go for it again. She's probably going to get the same sort of reception. People don't like her. And a lot of that has to do with her record as Attorney General. It was Attorney General, right? And the things that she did to increase the police state in California. Like, if I remember correctly, she went after parents for kids when they were ditching and stuff like that. But she also had all that, didn't investigate Tony Rackauckus down here in Orange County when he was involved in some scandals. Like, she didn't get into it. There are some objections. I have a feeling if she runs, I have a feeling Walker Bragman's going to probably write a huge article about her, because he's got all kinds of background info on her. But we should have a good candidate, a strong candidate. I just don't know who that candidate's going to be. I'm at a loss for who it could possibly be, because nobody has really stepped up to. I mean, Bernie's still out there, but the party is so. There are so many people within the party that are so against him, and he's so bad at picking his team, right? Like, unless he picks an entirely different campaign staff, gets rid of the misogyny image, because that surrounds him constantly because of the people he selects to work for him. I just don't see him. I mean, if he runs again, I'll back him. I'll back him because I believe in his ideas and his policies. But if he hires the same people again, I probably will not try and volunteer because it was a miserable experience for me in 2020, and that was right before we went into the pandemic. So it was like even a double whammy, right? Um, but it's not going to be a good experience for me if you're hiring people like Emma and Victor, and just like all these people locally that were horrible, right? And that were sabotaging my efforts. Like I don't want to try and put together canvases if I'm gonna get sabotaged, which I was week after week sabotaged. Um, I believe in the candidate, but it doesn't it doesn't say something good when you look at like who he hired to his campaign. He Brianna Greyjoy for his. He's, um, yeah, I just don't. I mean, I'll back him, but I'm not going to work on the campaign if he hires the same people. I won't do it.